Hey guys, it's your boy Sushi here with another NTE video. So in this video, I will be going over the best builds for every character in the game and their recommended team comps only for the early game. Okay, early to mid game is very easy and you can get away with little to no investment in your characters. Keep in mind that this is still beta footage and things are subject to change upon the global release. A quick note, this is not the best build or teams for every character in the end game. Okay, this is simply just the easiest builds and team comps for the early game. I better not see any comments saying, actually, you're supposed to build this character this way, or this character is better with this teammate. Okay, guys, please don't post that in the comments. So let's get into the best beginner builds for every character. For all your damage dealers, so both your main DPSs and your sub DPSs, like Nanali, Chiz, Baikang, Ji-Yuan, Daffodil, etc. You can run crit rate or attack percent main stat for their arcs, meaning their weapons. Then for the cartridge main stat, you can run crit rate on all of them. Just make sure you get the best set bonus for each character based off of their element. For example, Nanali is an Anima main DPS, so very clearly we have an Anima bonus set for her named Fireflies and the Forest for Anima damage plus 10%, and then extra crit damage when enemies take Anima damage. Another example is Baikang here, right? He is an incantation main DPS, so obviously we're going to run the incantation damage bonus set named Crimson Twin Butterflies. And then for substats, you want to run crit rate, crit damage, and then attack percent, and you can also get some elemental damage, right guys? We are still in the beginning of the game. We're not going to min-max everything. This is just some basic stuff just to get you guys from the early game to the mid game before we hit the end game. Now let's talk about the support characters. For each support character, you will need to double check which supports do what. So for example, I have Sakura here. If you take a quick look at her ultimate skill and you just read it a little bit, it says that her ult increases team attack, excluding Sakura, based on Sakura's base attack. Okay, so pretty much it's obvious you want to stack all attack on her, right? So you want attack percent on her arc, you want attack percent on her cartridge main stat, and then you want more substats with attack percent. Okay, same thing with Haniel. She grants the team an attack bonus based on Haniel's base attack. And then we also have Fadia, who stacks off of max HP. Edgar, also off of max HP. And then Adler is the only character currently in the game that needs to stack defense. You should definitely focus on building your main and sub DPS characters first, and then giving leftover gear to your supports. Pretty much use whatever you get from the game, both arcs and console pieces, since the early game is very easy. Now I'm going to give you guys some beginner team comp recommendations centered around a main DPS. You can substitute any of the main or sub DPS characters with another one of the same element. Remember guys, you want characters whose elements are adjacent to each other on the Esper cycle wheel. Ideally, for team building, you go for at least 3 elements that are next to each other. So mix and match whichever characters you have on your account. Here are some examples. The first team I have to recommend is Nanali, MC, Sakura, and Haniel. You can also swap out Nanali for Ji-Yuan or Mint because they are also Anima damage dealers. The next example I have is Chiz, Ji-Yuan, or Mint, and then Hathor or Skia, and then Haniel. If you want to run Baikang as your main DPS, you can run Baikang, Daffodil, Ji-Yuan or Mint, and then Fadia or Haniel. You can also run a triple sub DPS team with MC, Ji-Yuan, Daffodil, and Sakura or Adler. And then my last team recommendation is Hathor, MC, Ji-Yuan or Mint, and then Haniel. Notice how all of my team recommendations have at least 3 adjacent elements on the Esper wheel. Since we are in the early game, you honestly can play whoever you want. Back in the latest beta, I was running Nanali, Daffodil, Ji-Yuan, and Hathor all in one team. You can also get away with under-leveling your characters until you hit Hunter level 20. For the most part, just play whoever you want and whoever you have. The only real recommendation I have for you guys is that you should get Sakura because she has the best grouping and best CC in the entire game with the strongest attack buff as well. So she is the character to pick if you want the biggest quality of life improvement as you are playing through the game. This helps with overall exploration, farming dungeons, and boss fights. She is the closest to a must-pull character that we currently have in the game. That's it for this video, guys. If you found the video helpful or you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss the crazy character builds and tips and trick videos that I'm going to be uploading in the near future for NTE. Just a quick reminder to take your time and enjoy the game. Please don't overplay this game and burn out in like 3 or 4 days and then you just quit, okay? I'm really hoping that NTE becomes one of the top gacha games of all time. I stream every single night, guys, so if I don't see you on stream, then I will see you in the next video. Bye!